Hello Sabadi, I'm Kenji. Welcome to our channel. Today's video is second part of the last video that I did, and I spoke about the 3 A's: self-awareness, situation awareness, and surrounding awareness. So my last video I touched base on that. This video we're gonna talk about the 5 keys. 5 keys to make you become the best martial artist. Okay? So this is through my training, and I've developed and I came up with a simple key elements to make you a better martial artist. Okay? So 5 keys for you to become the best martial artist. Okay? Number 1, to unlock your full potential. Number 1 key is knowledge. Knowledge is power, right? So number 1 is knowledge. Knowledge will pertain into the different styles of martial arts. Muay Thai, Taekwondo, Wing Chun, Karate, Taekwondo, oh I said Taekwondo, not Tai Chi, Judo, Jiu-Jitsu, Boxing, Wrestling, Sambo. Hey, any art that has some good techniques. So for me, I am a natural and pure realistic martial artist, meaning that I like to use techniques that are practical and simple to use if I was to use it in the cage, if I was to use it on the street, okay? But I go beyond that because I teach knife and weapons, gun disarm, so I'm different spectrum from just a empty hand fighter, okay? So knowledge is power. So number 1, knowledge. Gaining knowledge is important. So number 2 key is 3 parts: speed, power, and flexibility. Okay, so I've made them 3 parts because they kind of come together. Speed, of course, you have to be fast, right? If you're not fast, you're not gonna hit your opponent. Power, you have to have power. Without power, how are you gonna be able to hurt anyone, right? Or counter. If someone has a lot of power, they're coming at you, and your power is just like small, how are you gonna be able to defend yourself? So you must have power. And the 3rd is flexibility, right? Flexibility is 2 things: more range of motion, both offensively and defensively. Why I say offense? Offense would be like, okay, if I have good kicks, I can kick all different levels, right? I can do the spin kicks, boom, all different levels. I can do, a spinning hook kick. So flexibility for the offense is important, even with hands, right? If you're too buff, your punches might not go far as someone that can actually, boom, extend a couple inches, because an inch can make a big difference. Okay, so, and then for defense per se would be like more that would be more like in the grappling aspects. So if someone binds you up, they lock you up, they put you in a position where you're awkward. Your legs might be stretched out, your hips might be stretched out, your shoulders. And if you have some more flexibility in that sense, you'll be less injured, right? And also, for injury-wise, if you're flexible, you're not prone to, tear some muscles when you're actually practicing martial arts. Okay, so that's number 2 with the 3: speed, power, and flexibility. Okay, number 3 key is stamina, endurance. Hey, stamina, endurance is very important. Number 3 is so important. That might be even number 1 important, right? Because without stamina and endurance, if you get tired, if we're fighting and the timer goes off, whether it's on the street, in the cage, the timer goes off and you get tired at 1 minute and I can go 15 rounds, who do you think is gonna win? You better have knocked me out. But typically, the person that has a lot of stamina, a lot of endurance, they've been training. So fitness level is so important. To me, that is up there. That is like knowledge, way up there, right? But I put it on number 3. So that's key number 3, to work on your fitness level, developing a good stamina and good endurance so I can last longer, okay? Even stamina and punching. So for instance, boom, 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 boom. If I can do combos, right? And I can punch 100 times and not get tired, but you can only punch 20 times and you're tired. That's a good example, okay? Number 4, Number 4 key is distance management. What is distance management? Distance management is important. So for instance, let's see, if this is my target, this dot, I don't know if you can see on the video, but let's say we're at imaginary target right here, right? And I'm hitting it. Well, this bag, distance management. I'm gonna win all day long. Why? Because that bag doesn't move, right? So the distance management of me hitting this bag, it's great. But what happens when you're actually fighting someone that's in front of you and they're moving in and out, right? They're moving into you, they're moving out for you, they're hitting corners. If you don't understand distance management combined with your techniques, you're not gonna land anything. So that's my number 4 key, distance management training. How do you gain better at that? You have to spar, you have to pressure test, face someone in front of you, spar with that person, whether it's striking sparring, even grappling. Grappling, even though you're touching, there are gonna be some distance management that you have to acquire, okay? And then number 5. What is key number 5? It's a combination of all of them. Number 5 is experience. Gaining experience. You add all those together is number 5. But you know how they say, practice makes perfect. So you can do 1,000 kicks. Look at my front kick, right? I can do this 1,000 times. That looks awful. So if I did that 1,000 times, but I'm like, oh, practice makes perfect, my experience level is pretty good, right? I can kick really good like this. But guess what? Your experience level is like a 1. Yes, you were able to do the kick, but guess what? The technique is like a 0, because that's not how you throw a kick, especially front kick, right? I want to have good stance. Boom! I want to be able to flick that leg out. Oosh. I want to be able to use my hips. Number 5 is experience. We're going to add all those 5 keys, and this is how you will become a great martial artist. And I will also break down the 5 keys in other videos on each one to help you add all these keys together to unlock your full potential. So join us. Continue to support by subscribing and liking. And thank you so much in advance. If you have any questions or comments, please write it below, and we'll see you in the next episode.